What's up, guys? Welcome to Talking to Fans, episode 16. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, please turn on that notification bell so y'all get the notification every time I post a new video. And y'all are ahead of everybody to see the new video I post every time on my YouTube. So, today's guest is Brown Sook 123. What's up? And what do you think about the MLB lockdown? Let's start with that.
Oh, okay. So the whole MLB lockdown, I'm very shocked, honestly. I mean, I know the MLB like what they're doing, but it's kind of more of like what's gonna happen for the income of like the teams, the players. And I know there's probably obviously gonna have to be new rules because that's what the MLB lockdown does. It kind of it's gonna have to change the entire organization, whatever you want to call it, right? So, and then hearing it that it's like probably not going to be here back in next year, it's a little bit shocking, and I'm a little bit, if it does not, I'm going to be a little bit upset because it's baseball.
And let me ask you this question, because a lot of people have different opinions on it, but would you like to see a DH in the National League, or would you not like to see a DH in the National League? Would you like...
Here's the thing with the DH. I don't understand the whole designated hitter thing with like the NL only has to hit, AL doesn't. That's the thing. That's the thing I don't understand with the DH. I get it's to like replace for the pitcher to not like hit in the AL, but I just don't see. It's just kind of more of like a DH is kind of like, in my opinion, I think is a weak, not weak, but like weak, not weak. It's kind of like something that you don't really need in your lineup. That's what I think, in my opinion. I don't think you need it in your lineup. But DH, a designated hitter, I just don't agree with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's called the AL and the National League for a reason. And that's a good discipline to have for opposite leagues. Like, one league has a pitcher who hits, one league doesn't.
Right.
So I think it fits perfectly, but we may have to see a DH for us to play baseball next year at this point.
Yeah.
And they're talking about moving the arbitration start to 2 years instead of 3 years. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I really kind of don't know. I really don't know how that's gonna kind of be. So I'm honestly kind of a little bit like, I can't find the word, but I'm just a little bit kind of wondering what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting thing to find out what happens. But I mean, young guys will be able to become free agents sooner, and who knows what's gonna happen at that point.
Yeah, that's true. There's going to be a lot of young guys who become free agents, and you just don't know what's going to happen.
So, from last week, we still had a lot to talk about before the lockdown happened, because the lockdown was Wednesday, if y'all didn't know. So, let's hop into it. Seeger signing with the Rangers. And that infield, well, the middle infield, Semien and Seeger, is going to be crazy, but what is your opinion on Seeger and Semien?
So, Seeger is a very good player. His just downhill is, if you follow baseball, is that he gets injured too much. It's kind of more of, he gets injured his whole career when he played with the Dodgers. He's got hurt his entire career, except the year they won the World Series, which was a couple years ago.
2020.
He didn't get hurt really, but still. And then you trade him to the Rangers for 10 years, $225 million for 10 years. Which, let's see, I don't really know the date or whatever you want to call it, or a year. But I don't think it was a good trade. I mean, I guess they needed like a shortstop and maybe even Marcus Semien. And to trade him that much money, he's probably going to be maybe even dead last in his division. And even maybe still even keep on getting hurt, which is not going to end well for him. And then you got, Marcus Semien. He's a very talented player. You see on the Blue Jays last season, he was very, very talented. And then, now you see him on the Rangers. I think that's going to be the deal for both of them. But I just see Marcus Semien have a better outcome because he doesn't get injured as much as Seeger.
Yeah, I agree with you. The thing to watch with Seeger is when he won his postseason MVP, he played in that ballpark. So that's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, because in World Series, they obviously was during Corona, so we had to keep on changing stadiums. So yeah, I think he's gonna probably be familiar with kind of the whole field, which is kind of good, but at the same time, like honestly, he just got more experience.
Like
unfair.
Like, I agree with you. I'm more concerned about him getting hurt than his play.
Yeah,
because
he's not hurt too much his whole career.
And when he's on the field, he's an absolute stud.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But like, it seems like every 2 years he gets hurt. For most of the year.
Last season, he got hurt He got hurt when they played against the Marlins. He was out for
3 months.
A couple months with a hand injury, I believe, something like that. But it was awful to wait for Seeger to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk about more signings. Max Scherzer. What is your opinion on Max Scherzer? And you are a Dodger fan. We forgot to say that, but what's your opinion on Scherzer going to the Mets?
So I love Max Scherzer. I love that he was on the Dodgers. And the whole trade to the Mets, I don't think it was a bad deal. I think they kind of needed it because I don't know if you maybe know, but in the beginning the Angels signed both of their good. They signed freaking Noah Syndergaard and Aaron Luke, which was one of their good top pitchers. And I didn't think we were gonna have enough to sign Scherzer again, even though he was technically our ace compared to Kershaw. I think Scherzer to the Mets was a good deal, and now it's DeGrom and Scherzer, and I'm kind of happy to see what's gonna happen for both of them on the Mets.
So, you just talked about Clayton Kershaw in that talk. So, where do you think Kershaw is going now that we bring Kershaw up?
Oh, dude, Kershaw. So obviously I'm a Dodgers fan. I want him to stay, but I think we're gonna sign him. I think, and the reason is, I know that I've heard rumors that Seeger's trying to recruit him to the Texans, even though I know that he's from, Arlington, Texas. He was born obviously there, so I would be not surprised if he was gonna play where his birth home was. So I'd be surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised to see that. But I think we're still going to sign Kershaw because I know Kershaw loves the Dodgers. I know he loves to play for the Dodgers, and I know that he's not as good as he used to be. Obviously, he's kind of old, right? So I think we're going to sign him back for maybe a couple more years. So I think we're just going to get Kershaw back, and I would, if we do have to get rid of him, well, but if he does, then the many years he played for the Dodgers will always be remembered as probably one of really, as they say, he's one of the best in our generation. And it's true. You see it by the numbers. You see it by the awards. So I think he might go back to the Dodgers.
Yep. I feel like with them losing Scherzer and you really don't know about Bauer, I could see...
okay. Yeah, that's where it kind of gets heated right there. Not heated, but that's kind of where it gets serious right there. Because Bauer obviously was out for the whole season after the whole allegations happened. So I know Bauer could have opted out of his deal that he had. So and that he didn't now is going to create some morale for the whole team. And I know that some of the players on the team did not say that they did not want him back after what happened. And it sucks to see that and to say that, but I think Bauer's probably going to be back on the Dodgers, and some people are just going to have to deal with it. If he's guilty, then yeah, I don't want him on the team. But they haven't proved anything yet, so I don't really know the situation. But if Bauer is back, and then we get Kershaw, that's going to probably.
And then y'all got Bueller, and then y'all got an OK Arias.
Yeah, because you saw when Bauer was starting before the whole allegations. You remember his debut with the Dodgers. Almost every single game was at least 10 plus Ks, which means he's very good. Because he won Cy Young after that as soon as he signed with us.
I don't know if this is a coincidence, but he didn't really start creating baseball content till 2020. He went on an absolute barrage when he pitched in 2020. As we know, he won the Cy Young. And then in 2021, we saw him do good before he before Bauer before Bauer was out for the rest of 2020 after like the end of June.
Whole allegations and everything just caused it all to erupt. So yeah, and it's gonna be, if we don't have Bauer, I don't know who's probably gonna have to replace him, because I know we did sign 2 people, but they're probably just gonna be relievers. So if we were to not have Bauer back, which we probably will, I'm just saying if we don't, we probably would. If we sign Kershaw, we probably have Kershaw, Bueller, Urias. He's all right, but he's still pretty good. He's young. Maybe even Gonzalez. I don't know about like maybe David Price, but I don't think so. So the whole starting pitcher position thing, and then starting pitchers, and then you also got Bauer if he's not back. It's gonna kind of a little bit crumble with the pitching, because there's sometimes when I see what they call bullpen games, which is when you use all your bullpens, relievers, and all that in a single game. So that's a little bit challenging, but I think we'll get Bauer back.
I think so, but I just want to stay on the Bauer topic for one more time. A second here. Could you see Dustin May or Tony Gonzalez stepping up if y'all don't end up getting Bauer back? That's the big question. And we all know.
I see May stepping up. I know he was really, because last season
he went down.
He went down. He got hurt he got hit in the elbow by the baseball against the Brewers, and he was out for the rest of the season, which kind of sucks because I loved watching Dustin May every single time he pitched. He was phenomenal. He had such a really good game, and now that he was hurt, I felt like now that he was gone, we have to keep on using bullpen games, so bullpen players, everything. So it kind of made me feel like, is the pitching not good enough? And if we were to get rid of, but if we don't have Bauer next season, I think probably May is probably the best option compared to Gonzalez. I know Gonzalez is good, but I'd rather keep Gonzalez in a reliever pitcher, because I saw Gonzalez play as a reliever last season, and he did pretty well. And if you get Kershaw back, you get Bueller, Urias, and you get Dustin May, who's an upcoming superstar, it's going to be deadly. So I think May would probably take over Bauer's position if we don't get him back.
Yeah, I think so. Dustin May in 2020, when y'all won the World Series, and obviously it was really earned. Probably one of the most underrated earned World Series in MLB history, in my opinion. And y'all had pitchers like Urias, Dustin May, Tony Gonzalez. Those 3 guys helped y'all out a lot.
They stepped up. So did what's his name? Blake Trinan. He also helped a lot as well.
Blake Trinan. You had Kenley Jansen in that mix as well. So y'all played as an absolute team. I mean, y'all came back down 3-1 against us to do it, to win the NL, and to later go on and win the World Series. So it was earned.
Y'all gotta get revenge. So
it's baseball.
Yeah, it's the whole thing that we were talking about is this rivalry between the Dodgers and Braves is probably gonna go for multiple years. And I'm pretty sure people will get tired of it. I know me and you talked about this. People are gonna get tired of it, but that's just what happens when you play great baseball.
Yeah, I don't think this Braves-Dodgers rivalry is going anywhere. And even from last year, I had a good feeling it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So baseball fans, y'all want to watch baseball? Y'all may have to deal with the NLCS Braves-Dodgers every year.
Because Dodgers are a juggernaut, is what we called my team last year. And the Braves are very good, even though Acuna was out. And the reason I'm not gonna be a biased Dodger fan. You guys obviously play better baseball than us, and you did have one of your best pitchers out for the whole year. And then you had Acuna out, who got hurt before the All-Star game. And I really thought that's where the Braves were going to crumble a little bit, but then you got Eddie Rosario, Jorge Soler, and all those other players that really helped you. So I'm not going to be biased. You just play better baseball, and next year we're going to be stronger. I've been saying this to you all the time. If we had Muncy, it would have really changed the outcome, and JT. But it just depends who plays better baseball.
At the end, that's all it comes down to. Who plays better baseball? It's a fair game. I mean, y'all's team, I know y'all got hurt, and a lot of Dodger fans are coming up and telling me, hey, the only reason y'all beat us is because y'all got is because we are an injured team. I mean, y'all still made the NLCS, and y'all had that.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear. As a fellow Dodger fan, I don't want to hear that. Oh, we lost because we were injured. No, it's just because we did what we were. Have some good core players that were injured, and it doesn't matter. It matters if you play better baseball. And the thing is, the team was injured for a while. Let's see, you got Cody Bellinger was on a sluggish year. He came clutch in the playoffs. He did really well for the Braves and the Giants. If you want to talk about that, Mookie Betts was hurt like almost at least a whole year not the whole year, but kept on getting hurt multiple times with a back or hip injury, and it was out for like 2 months. And then you also got other players that kept on getting hurt, and it's not because of that. It's just they play better baseball, and you can't say, oh, because we were hurt. No, they can't make an excuse for that. It's just who plays better baseball at the end of the day.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I really do. So let's change the topic because there are probably like 4 sides of the whole game of baseball. We kind of just stay on the MLB side, but there are like 4 sides. There's in real life baseball, there is MLB, there is MLB creators who kind of have to have their own part because they do so much for this game as well in the growing aspect of it. And so, who is a creator that kind of inspired you? You're kind of just starting off, but who's a creator that inspired you to even start TikTok and start Instagram at first?
It was kind of more for baseball. I'm just trying to do kind of more of like on baseball with like I do a lot of random things on TikTok and like I've been posting other stuff on Instagram, which I'm trying to do more. But I'm trying to do some more baseball content. I like do some baseball. Get started with some baseball content to kind of like living things up. Because I said if you read my bio on Instagram, I am different sports fans, and baseball is obviously one of them. So I think the person that I love and I love that it kind of inspires me if I were to do content is definitely got to be Fuzzy, because he makes really good content with his whole recaps and everything. It's just really good.
And Fuzzy just speaks so much like fast. I mean, he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we don't even think about. Like, those videos take forever because he's got to go and research everything he talks about.
Especially also has to have he also has to have permission from MLB to post it, because if not he would have got sued.
Yeah, and him and MLB are big friends, like a lot of those creators.
So to see that he can post MLB content without getting sued, or not sued, but like in trouble, it actually kind of helps his channel a lot with the whole recaps and knowing what happens and like everything the entire season.
Like, I think MLB is doing a better job at this than any other sport. Let me just say this, but promoting their creators. I mean, we saw it with the MLB creator class, and then we saw it with the YouTube MLB Game of the Week from the beginning of the season, where we had all the MLB YouTube creators on the YouTube chat. Like, it was just their own chat. No one else could see it. Well, I think other people could see it. I think we all could see it, but we couldn't chat on there.
Yeah, that's the thing. You couldn't chat on it at all.
That's part of the grind. Is getting.
It really, really is.
Like, I think creators like Baseball Dad and We Got Ice and Fuzzy, like, they all market their parts of the game. Like, Baseball Dad, he's a really good person to market the Dia brand, his company. He does a great job at that. He does a great job of just showing what this game is all about. And I look up to the guy, to be honest with you, and we're friends somehow, and we talk on a maybe weekly basis, so it's crazy to be friends with him because he's an even better person than he is a creator.
It always depends who's kind of more. The thing I like about is people who love to inspire people is that instead of their content they care about is that if they're a better person, not inspire people. That's the one thing I like about people like that.
Yeah, he's just a good person. I mean, he has 2 boys, and he has a daughter, and he has a wife, and
somehow he still manages to still do this, which is pretty crazy.
And he works with Baseball Lifestyle, and he has his own company for the VTH brand.
It really is. So, yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, I want to buy one of those caps. I want to buy, like, one of those, sticks. Because what they're doing for VTH is awesome, and what I think they have in store for the future is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
And I would love to promote their VTH brand more than anything, because that's awesome, and that's what MLB's trying to grow. Well, that's what Baseball Dad is trying to grow, not MLB. But, so, like, and he gets orders every day, and that's another thing. He does a great job with getting his orders out and being consistent with them.
Yeah. It's true. It really is true, though. He's more consistent.
Maybe one of the most consistent baseball creators.
Yeah, I can't lie. I think he is. I was just watching last night one of his videos. I forgot what it was, but I've been watching like a lot of his videos, and they're real good. I love his content. They're awesome.
Yeah, and he does lives a lot, and those are more awesome than anything.
Just like you always do a live as well, especially after the whole lives you do. That's how this whole thing when we started talking just all started with the friendly request on TikTok, and I know you remember that. You requested to follow me, and this was during the playoffs. We got to know each other, and it was a really good experience the first time we ever talked.
It's a really good experience, and that goes to show how TikTok can make you friends, how baseball can make you friends. More than baseball than anything.
Yeah, like, all I did was accept it because, like, I'll accept it, I guess, and then I see that, I see this guy, and I'm like, what does he do? I'm like, I'm gonna see what he does, like on TikTok, and I was like, okay, so he's a creator. That's kind of cool. Let me see what he does for that, and then we just started talking. I was always in your lives during the playoffs. I kind of stopped watching because I was salty, but I was also kind of on a like I didn't really join a lot afterwards. Because after that, I was trying to focus on my own things, focus on school and other things. But then just a couple of days ago, we started talking again, but ever since that, it was still really, really good. Every single time we talk, we usually agree on a lot of things, and it's really good to talk to someone that understands a lot of these things.
Yeah, and there are things that make sense too. So that's the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I'm trying to. So YouTube Game of the Week. Let's talk about that in that whole chat. What's your opinion on that chat, and what was your opinion when it first started? The MLB YouTube Game of the Week, the creator chat and everything.
Oh, the Game of the Week. Okay, so the whole Game of the Week, I kind of like. There's some matchups where I dislike and really like, kind of like. I forgot what it was. Like some matchups are really, really good. That I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll watch this. I know they're good teams. I'm gonna see what they do. And also at the same time, you also get to kind of chat with other people, see what they're thinking, and it's kind of cool. And I think it's pretty cool because you can kind of connect with the whole baseball world. There's as people say, baseball is just one whole big community because it really, really is. Baseball is a big, huge community when you get to talk to new people. Obviously, from the first time we talked, me to you, so that's community right there, from different teams to different places. So I think it was cool to kind of do the whole Game of the Week thing with different teams, and then you can just chat with other people. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I think so. And every one of those creators, they have a challenge. For example, I had a challenge to get where I was at.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to reach base on this. and this talking to fans and everything. And a lot of you know this, but for the people who don't, I'm not really sure if you know this or not because you're kind of new. I released a video on this on May, maybe the only baseball video I haven't done for a baseball video. But a little over a year ago, I lost my mom, and like she was going through depression for a lot of my life, and it was tough to deal with. And then it took me about 3 months to get over this, and
It's yeah.
and took me 3 months to get over this, and then about December, which this was in 2020, so it was very recent. August of 2020. This was so like it's hard to talk right now.
I remember you telling me about that the first time we talked. You said your mom passed away, and I was like, and we were just talking about that. I remember you telling me that. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a rough spot. And I was like, you told me yourself that's kind of hard to talk about. I was like, yeah, it is kind of hard to talk about personal things because it really is. And when you told me that, it's like I don't ever want to lose my mother either. But when you say that she went through depression and everything, that just makes it so much more sad. It makes it so much more maybe hard for you to live on, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's gonna really have a really tough spot on you. And 3 months, doesn't matter how long you take. Grief is grief. It doesn't matter. Like I lost my uncle passed away in a car accident. I didn't go to school for 3 weeks. My whole family was devastated.
Right.
We had a funeral and everything. We all were in disbelief. He was very young, so we were all very shocked. I couldn't even. When the first year said that he's not going to be here anymore or died, it changed me. It changed me because then I know that what it's going to be like after I lose all my family. Like my aunt and uncle, they're going to be old. My great grandma, she's old. She could die any day soon. At this point now, she's like 95. Then I got other family members that are going to die like later in my life. I'm going to have to deal with, and I'm going to have to deal with that, and it's going to suck. At the same time, it's why they say life is so short and why your time is limited, to always make sure you have the limited time you have with them.
Yeah, life is short. So
you don't think it is, but it really is. You never know when your life can ever end.
Yeah, your life ends, and it goes by quicker. It goes by quicker than you think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I got to talk about the other second half of the journey because that was just kind of like the first half of everything. Like then about November, I was kind of figured, hey, I want to start TikTok and I want to start baseball, and she knows I want to be a baseball creator because I kind of wanted to when she was around. I told her about it, and then to see where I'm at right now, and for her to be up there and watching, just for her to be up there watching me right now saying this, it's special.
It's probably humble you and her probably for the rest of your life and her life, just watching you.
Yeah. And then November, I decided to kind of start a little TikTok like around my birthday, and I was doing okay at it, but then 2 months kind of went by. It was like February. No, it was like March at the time, and then everything just took off. One day, it just took off. And I never looked back. So, like to anybody, if you ever go through a challenge, you have people to talk to. You have people who love you. And
about you, care what you need to say, care what you do, and care about your decisions. If it's good or bad, they're still going to care for you no matter what.
Yeah, and if anyone doesn't have that person, because some people do not, that I'm sure follow me.
To hear that because you don't have that person to kind of like talk to or talk to them something that's really deep and really important, very personal, stuff like that, and you don't have that person, it makes it very tough to kind of know what that feels like and know what to do.
And have to tell everyone this again. I've told everyone this probably a billion times. If y'all need to open up, if y'all need to open up to anybody, then open up to me. I'm here for y'all. I'm here for everybody that follows and everybody who views my videos and everybody who sees who I am. I'm here for every single person. There's not one person that I am not here for that is a part of this.
This is a whole nation. It's what you call it a nation. As you call it the Hayden Nation, it's everyone coming together. And have a nation is to kind of more be open to each other and more stuff like that. If you're, ready for that. But that's what a nation technically is. You're kind of you're grouping, you're forming a big thing that matters, and that's important.
And we're still forming a big thing, and it's gonna happen for a long, long time.
Yeah.
This is just the start.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm actually thinking about doing some giveaways in the future, like maybe even the next couple of months, because that's how much I want to give back to y'all, because that's how much y'all help me out, and I love every single one of you for that.
Yeah.
Because what y'all do, just helping me out with the videos, just supporting me, it really means a lot, and I honestly can't thank y'all for that. That's how much it means.
And here's the thing. At first, I was kind of confused, and then I see what you're doing. I loved watching it. The first time I watched your whole talking to fans, I stuck the entire time. I didn't want to leave. I thought it was awesome that you're doing this type of podcast where you kind of not give back, but kind of talk to people and kind of know who their team is and all of this. It was kind of cool to kind of talk to fan base. But that was kind of cool with the whole, and then these whole, like going live on Instagram and stuff, connecting with people and just people in general that are baseball. I thought that was really cool what you do, so I just kind of kept stuck with it.
And that's awesome because, I mean, through Instagram, who knows if we would even know each other right now? Without baseball in general, who knows if we would all be connected? We probably would not if it wasn't for the game. And I love giving back to the game as well. And that's why I love to, honor these big creators, if that makes sense. Because what they do, it
inspires you.
It does. And it really inspires me to be like them. But it starts with y'all and everyone who clicks that follow, subscribe, follow on Instagram, everything. It means a lot. I'm not asking y'all to follow, but if y'all can follow and subscribe if you're new, it means a lot. And I mean, just welcome to the Hayden Nation.
Yeah.
Because it is a nation, like you just said.
It really is. You can't say that it's not a nation until you're part of it. And I know what that was like when every single time you kind of posted and everything like that. It's like Hayden Nation every like that. I was like, yeah, I am part of that nation. I am part of the nation. And it feels good to hear myself say that. And everyone else that is part of the nation, it feels good to know about that.
It does. And for the runner of it, I want to help y'all out as much as y'all can. As much as I can. I want to do what I can for y'all. Help y'all out through tough times, because everyone's going to go through a tough time. Let's be honest here.
Let's be honest. Everyone's been through a tough time. You went through a tough time, and you went through a tough time when your mom passed away. And I don't mean that to put you on the spot, like what you were telling me. Everyone, at least these past couple of years, has been through a tough time with this whole coronavirus and everything, and maybe just even in life in general. Like I went through it. I was kind of in. I don't know if you remember, but there was a study. If you read about this during Corona, there was a lot of depression during Corona. Didn't get to see anyone. And kind of being isolated. Here's the thing about me. I love staying at home, right? I love to just stay. Everyone just likes to probably just stay and be their self, right? To just be inside and chill and everything. So, and then we just got all isolated. It was a very tough. I know it was a tough time for everyone. People were losing their jobs. People couldn't feed their kids. They couldn't put everything on the table. People maybe even got evicted. So it kind of sucked. And I know everyone went through a tough time. Everyone knows as much as we wanted to help, we just couldn't because it was probably gonna make everything worse in the beginning. So, in this whole thing changed a lot of people. It changed their perspective of themselves and maybe even the world and how people's problem is going on with their own life. That's what I think as this whole thing happened. It's still happening, but as it first happened, got very serious. I think that's how it kind of happened.
Yeah, and the reason why I open up to y'all, the reason why I just said what I just said is because y'all are nice people. The people who are nice people on here, and there are not a lot of haters on this account, let's be honest. Y'all are all nice and y'all are all giving back people, and that's what I love the most. Y'all's personality, because it is awesome. Alright, I think that is a great way to go out, I'm not gonna lie. Diego, thank you for coming on here. That's your real name. Go follow Diego's TikTok and Instagram. And do you have a YouTube or no?
I do not, but probably in the future, if we ever talk again, maybe.
Alright, what's it gonna be called? Hey,
but that's my socials right now, so yeah.
Hey, what's your YouTube gonna be called though? I'm putting you on the spot here, but
I'm not gonna lie, I love baseball, I love video games. So if I'm gonna say Diego's, if I would have a YouTube, I'd probably say Diego's Life. I'd say I do stuff on a daily basis, show my whole life, vlog maybe even. So yeah, I don't have a YouTube right now, but I probably will very, very soon. So my socials right now are just TikTok, Instagram. I'm trying to post more often. I just really can't. I'm just trying to focus on my own life right now. So if you follow me, you probably won't be as patient with me, but I'll try and do my best as I can.
Alright, Diego, we're gonna stay on. I'm just letting you know for when we get off.
Yeah.
Alright. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day. I hope this talking to the fans changed y'all, because that is my goal. That is what I love doing. And I love posting baseball content. Peace out.